E aí, pessoal? Boa noite a todos. Como é que vocês estão? Tudo bom? Estamos aí mais uma live de Genshin Impact. Hoje nós vamos terminar o ato 10 da missão de Arconte de Nod-krai. Rapaz, né? Um salve a todos, valeu pela presença. Juscelia, Juliana, Gato Laser, Gustavo, Milton, Alisson aí, ó, membro do canal. Muito obrigado aí pela ajuda, meu parceiro. Léo Messi tá aí. Igor Aliev, também membro do canal. Valeu pela ajuda, é nóis, né? Eu já estou com o jogo aberto, deixa eu colocar em tela cheia. Tá alto o barulho aí? Acho que não, né? Deixa eu tirar aqui a capa. Tamo aí firme, né? Bom, o jogo renovou o banner ontem, né? Colombina, Shogun Raiden, meu parceiro. Depois a gente vê em qual que a gente gira aí. Depois a gente vê, tá bom? No momento, ó, vou mostrar pra vocês. Eu vou tirar a facecam. Olha lá, eu tô com 18 mil daquelas moedas. Tô jogando todo dia, como sempre, fazendo missão diária, né? Boa noite, Pedrox, Mônica, tudo bom? Henrique. Tô no modo história do jogo, exatamente, né? Então, Gustavo, eu não... Opa, muito obrigado aí, ó. Valeu, Léo Messi, é nóis. Valeu pelo oi. Muito obrigado, meu parceiro. Ô, Gustavo, eu não vou fazer vídeo desse jogo, não. Dificilmente eu vou fazer vídeo de pós-jogo do Flamengo que seja 9h30, sabe? Jogo 9h30, porque eu tô acordando todo dia 5h30 da manhã. Aí eu tenho que dormir cedo, entendeu? Então eu não sei nem se eu vou ver esse jogo. Sem brincadeira, que eu tenho que dormir cedo, senão eu fico com sono. Beleza? Então a live aqui a gente vai até terminar a missão. Não importa se o Flamengo estiver jogando, não. Tá bom? Salve Orivaldo, Mônica, tudo bom? Brasil jogou muito na Copa? Não, o Brasil foi mal. Salve Narutin. Scaramouche vai receber um buff? Não, me explica isso aí, ué. Me explica isso aí. Salve Eminência, membro do canal. É nóis, meu parceiro. Galera, vamos seguir a missão, então, exatamente de onde a gente parou, né? Na última live, que foi há 3 semanas atrás, vocês sabem que tem live aqui de Genshin Impact toda quarta-feira após a atualização do banner, né? Então tem uma live de Genshin Impact a cada 3 semanas no canal. Vamos continuar de onde a gente parou. A verdade entre as páginas de Purana. O caminho da sabedoria à tolice. Fale com Nárida. A crise atual está além da capacidade de pessoas normais e uma guerra sem precedentes está prestes a começar na nação da sabedoria. Mesmo assim, ninguém abandona seus postos. Eu tô acordando cedo para fazer caminhada para não ter problema de saúde. Tá bom? Vamos nessa? Ó, então, ó, vamos ver onde é que tá a missão aqui. A missão tá bem aqui, eu já vou teleportar aqui pro ponto de teleporte. Salve o Wendel aí, ó, membro do canal, tudo bom? Jurandir tá aí. Tá aqui a continuação da missão. E vamos nessa. Exatamente de onde a gente parou na última live, né? Vão bufar o Scaramouche em quê? Ele vai ser bufado em quê? Eu queria saber. Salve Gato Laser. Então, ô Mônica, é isso aí, ó. Bora, galera, vamos seguir a missão. Estamos de volta.
Traveler, Paimon, how are you feeling? Paimon's a teensy bit nervous, but only a teeny tiny bit. Seems like she's gotten way braver over the last few years, huh? Of course. After all the adventures you've had with the Traveler, I'm sure you've gained a lot of experience and grown as a person.
Confiança, o nome disso é confiança. A verdade é essa.
I'm doing all right. What about you, Nahida? How are you holding up?
Então, Gustavo, talvez eu só consiga assistir, mas gravar vídeo eu não vou, tá bom? É isso que eu vou fazer. Talvez não dê para assistir. Beleza? É isso aí, Mônica. Vamos ver, né?
With the negative effects of Irminsul, I'm a bit like a piece of fruit that's been burrowed into by hungry insects and left to rot. I'd be lying if I said it was nothing. But please don't worry. We all know what we're getting into, and we've prepared as well as we can. I believe in everyone. Stoking the fire inside oneself is certainly one way to live, but knowing when to rely on one's companions is also a form of great wisdom.
Galera, faltam aí 2 likes para 20 likes. Quem puder deixar o like ajuda muito, tá bom? Não sei, só saiu um vazamento de que ele vai receber um buff. E outros personagens também. Bom demais, hein? Aí vai ser top. Salve grande Vandisson.
I've been quietly learning little things from everyone, like plucking tufts of fur from a sumpter beast.
Me too. With the constant traveling, I'm always learning and growing. That's the journey of life.
I think there's someone else here who would share that sentiment.
Olha ele aí.
Don't worry about what I think. I was just passing by and happened to overhear your conversation.
What are you talking about, Hat Guy? This is the top floor. No one passes by the top floor.
Says who? You can fly just like I can. I would have thought it makes sense to you of all people.
I don't know why, but I feel a little more relaxed now.
It shows that you feel comfortable laying down your burdens in our presence. It means that Sumeru is a place you can trust, where you know we have your back. And we feel exactly the same way around you. That's what it means to be friends.
É isso aí. Já que você só joga o modo história, então não se preocupa em ter que passar dor de cabeça com o abismo, porque esses endgame é meio chatinho de fazer. Junta pro escaramujo. Então, Mônica, meu objetivo aí no jogo é sempre juntar os giros para colocar aí o escaramujo, né? Falta o escaramujo e o Zongli C6. Eu acho que eu já tenho o Osvaldo C6 ou falta só um. E o Bennett eu já tenho o C6. Né? Salve Azael, tudo bom? Dê uma caminhada e veja sobre o que estão falando.
It's finally done. Ugh, but I have a nagging feeling that there's something I've forgotten. Oh, there you are. Everything wrapped up on your end? Okay, fair enough. That was a pointless question. We were working in tandem, after all.
You must really be exhausted.
Bom, muito obrigado, Edna. Valeu pelo oi. É nóis, né? Pô, Endel, pra mim o YouTube tá normal, velho. Já gastou grana no Genshin? Ô, Eminência, nunca gastei não, velho. Eu não sei nem como é que faz. Tem a loja ali, né? Mas nunca gastei não. Então, Alisson, não sei, velho. Vamos seguir de boa, né?
Well, it's been a busy day for both of us.
When work ends, you clock out. No.
Yeah, we're definitely due a break. Probably a little late to start drinking now, though. I'll Here, this one's for you.
Thanks.
You want a bite to eat? I can grab us something. Or wait, I think there's a stove nearby. Let me take a look.
Are you nervous?
A little, yeah. Unlike you, it seems.
Because everything that happens next is beyond my individual control. I don't worry about things I cannot influence.
What do you mean, cannot influence? You're the one who came up with half of the strategies we...
There's only so much I can do. I was only doing my duty.
Was it like this last time, too?
You mean with Azar and his accomplices? Yes and no. The situation back then was easier to control, but we weren't as prepared as we are this time.
So the enemy is stronger, but so are we. I still vividly remember the way you interrogated me in the library after the fact. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
If your memory is so vivid, you might also recall that it was you who came looking for an argument. You're often the one who initiates these things, you know.
I came for a conversation! I didn't know it was gonna turn into an argument! Anyway, at least I showed up this time.
What do I think? I think we're certainly better off for it.
It's good having me around to help out, huh?
Absolutely. As a citizen of Sumeru, you displayed a remarkable sense of responsibility in the face of disaster.
Certainly feels that way. I just shudder to think how the world would have ended up if we hadn't got... So, do you think this is what it... The sky is so clear, and there isn't a whiff of decay or destruction in the air. It's hard to imagine that the fall of humanity could happen on an ordinary day like this.
Awful things happen all the time. Sometimes people can stop them, and sometimes they can't. What you and I have done is increase our chances of stopping this one.
Salve José Junqueira, tudo bom? Então, Wendel, deve acontecer isso mesmo, né? Deve ser isso aí mesmo que vai acontecer. Tá igual o Brawl Stars, Supercell com Brawl Stars. Inclusive o Brawl Stars, nos últimos tempos aí tá todo bugado, né? Servidor lento, uns bugs atrás do outro.
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps... Oh, nothing. I hope everything works out tomorrow.
It will. As long as we stick to the plan.
It's really strange. You're my junior, yet you always seem to act more like an upperclassman than
I think it's mostly a matter of temperament.
Ugh. Walked right into that one, didn't I?
E aí, meu Tom, tudo bom? Bom, deu uma volta por aí. Salve Atomic. Piso superior, a gente estava lá, a gente está aqui, não? Vamos descer um por um. E aí, 8, tudo bom? Chegamos a 20 likes aí, galera. Muito obrigado. É nóis.
We'll make our move after sunrise tomorrow.
Good. Is everything ready?
As much as possible.
That'll be enough. Don't let the pressure get to you. We'll take things one step at a time.
Master Tainari! Mr. Sino! So this is where you were. I brought some juice and some water. Would you like some?
I know how easily you get dehydrated in the desert, so you should definitely have some water. In which case, I'll have the juice.
I gotta ask, though. Who's on juice-making duty at a time like...
Madame Farazan said she was feeling a little nervous, so I told her about the automatic juicer my friend invented. She took it right off me and started making carton after carton of juice.
A juicer? Did Sucrose send that to you?
Yeah. I hadn't had the chance to try it out before this incident occurred, but I couldn't bear to leave it behind in Gandharvaville.
The juice is very sweet.
I think so too.
Kale, how are you feeling?
Physically, I'm okay, but it just still feels strange to me. Why would a great power like this come to someone like me?
I know the feeling well. That same question ran through my mind every day as a kid.
At At least now, you have someone who can relate to you.
All the more reason that you should apply for Spontamod. Tainari fiercely opposes the idea, though.
Those two things are completely unrelated.
What are we all chatting about, Would anyone like any juice? Oh, you have some already.
I had some earlier, ma'am. Maybe give the extra to someone else?
Very well, very well. I shall be off then.
There's this enormous power, and then there's little old you. You feel like there's no connection between the two.
Yeah. But after all this time, I can't believe this stuff still gets to me sometimes. Makes me...
Kale, just because we normally keep the conversation light doesn't mean we can't discuss deeper issues. I don't think it's childish at all. You were the victim of a terrible crime. It's normal to struggle with the fallout from it. You have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of.
My professor once told me that no incident can be considered truly resolved until the victim says it's over.
Valeu, Edna. Muito obrigado pelo oi. É nóis, valeu mesmo, tá bom? Tô farmando giros pra Furina. Dizem que ela vem na segunda parte da 7.0. Top demais. Eu acho que eu tenho a Furina ali. É aquela que anda em cima da água, não é? Para decorar nome é difícil. Eu decoro o nome dos personagens que eu mais uso. A verdade é essa. Né? Boa noite, Azael.
Your rage and your pain are completely justified.
Thanks.
Eu não joguei a demo do Kingdom Rush 6, tá bom? Vou deixar para jogar pela primeira vez o jogo. Quando lançar ele oficial, aí eu faço a série e jogo pela primeira vez, tá bom?
Miss Nicole said that the same God remains which were once used to inflict so much pain upon me have now become a weapon with which I can protect. Every innocent person who's been hurt needs time to realize that it wasn't their fault, but it's all about to be over. Tomorrow?
I don't know if you've noticed, but you rarely stumble over your words anymore, and your outlook has become much...
And since this isn't over, you can settle the matter on your own terms. It's time you seized back control.
Yeah. Sumiro is my home, and it's so important to me. I have to protect it.
And once you're done, how about you come back and apply for Spontamod?
Stop it with the sales pitch, would you?
Hey, excuse me. There are still 3 unclaimed cups of juice here. Why don't you take one each? Ugh, my arms are getting sore from carrying them around everywhere.
Madame Farazan, why are...
Thank you, Madame Farazan.
O jogo agora fez a arte dos copos, né? Apareceu o copo na mão. Às vezes não aparece nada, né?
Drink up and enjoy my handiwork. I think I'm going to make something else now instead.
Please, try to relax, Madame Farazan.
I know.
Bom, vamos seguir. Descansar por hoje. Vamos ver. Então, Wendell, eu acho que eu tenho ela ali, sim. O reforço da ficha só funciona com 2 personagens mágicos do time. Todos os outros 3 do time não são mágicos. Então, Mônica. Então, a ficha ficará sem reforço.
Time to go! Let's meet the others at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Galera, tá próximo aí de começar a loucura, meu parceiro.
I have not felt this way in a long time. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes, one cannot know what freedom truly means without first losing it.
The golden slumber truly lives up to its name as a dreamland. Though desert sands exist there too, no mirage, no matter how glorious, can compare to
Dendro Archon, what is on your mind?
I was wondering whose counsel I should seek on the questions in my heart.
What kind of questions?
So many. More than can be put into words. As I once said to a friend, we look, we see, and we comprehend. But the question, what are the many disasters that this world faces but the sum of all irresolvable questions?
The biggest question you should be asking is how to seize victory.
Yes. Although, I would express it differently. I must not fail. And so the question I am most curious about now is whether the path to victory will be an art.
What we declare to be a young sapling, we may, in fact, find to be a towering tree, if we would only cast aside our ignorance and look.
Nahida! We're here!
Boa noite, Silis. Terei membro do canal. É nóis. Boa noite, Hero. Eu ainda vou girar. Eu deixo pra girar sempre no final da live, né? Ô, Mônica, eu tô normal. Eu tô prestando atenção na história, né?
Just in time. My preparations are almost complete.
Ready when you are.
We're here too.
Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run so fast! I thought I'd get a lot of exercise as a forest ranger, but I can barely keep up with you.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the equipment is ready, and the modifications to Aru are all complete. As discussed during our meeting.
Accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. There are other options, it's just... they're a little more extreme, and more Maybe you should take it from here.
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable evidence to suggest that one was developed based on the other, or that they both utilize technology of the same origin. As long as the transplant and merge operation succeeds, Aru should theoretically work on a scale greater than the Akasha and approximately equal to Irminsul. It will become the largest active computing device in all of Tambem. A system this powerful is capable of a lot of different things. In the past, the Akasha was primarily used for one-way information transmission, but I suspect it could also serve as a central bridging hub. In the pursuit of greater knowledge, some scholars have attempted to connect their consciousness to Irminsul through the use of terminals, incense, and...
Correct. In academic language, scholars who reach that stage are said to have entered Satyavada life. Hypatia has performed this practice many times in the past, and she was once under my care for a period of time.
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within Irminsul that can be connected to.
That's right. Providing wisdom to the people is one of the very reasons for Irminsul's existence. I think I understand where you're going.
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru, merge it with the Akasha, manufacture terminals, and distribute...
Every person? Even the desert folk?
Yes. Everyone.
I've already calculated the amount of raw materials...
So you mean we're going to get new Akasha terminals?
Yes. But this time, the people of Sumeru won't be using them to acquire knowledge, just to connect to Irminsul.
When we evacuated the city, we brought all the important assets from the House of Dana, in case we ended up needing them. Fortunately, this included the Akasha. We've checked all the relevant records, and one thing is certain. Nothing like this has ever been done on this scale before.
Everyone in Sumeru is part of the plan. Whoever controls the people controls the situation.
Since this function of Irminsul was introduced, it has only ever been made available to scholars, who don't. But by expanding the scale to include all the people of Sumeru, all the individual connections will stack up. Under normal circumstances, Irminsul would be able to cope with the additional load. But with it already being up thus, it might be possible to shut it down completely.
Consequências. Olha a caixa aí, ó.
Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
return to the Tree of Wisdom. Today, we use it to save Sumeru and the whole world. These boughs that nurtured learning must not become tools for destroying the world.
Stop. Please stop. End this transformation.
You would shut down Irminsul just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
Lá vem.
Success! The evil Irminsul tree has stopped growing!
Lá vem, meu parceiro. Então, ainda maneira, as cutscenes são tops, né?
Great.
Que descansar, gente. Eu tô descansado.
What a display of true courage.
Tô prestando atenção na história.
And the courage to act. I never thought I would witness the shutdown of Irminsul with my own eyes. Perhaps this is human wisdom in action?
Indeed, only humans could do such a thing.
What was once created for spreading knowledge is now used for another purpose. A rather ingenious.
I am grateful to you three for your help. Only thanks to you were we able to extend Aru's interference capability. Now, nobody who wears a terminal will have their activity accurately tracked by Irminsul. No matter how many eyes Dotori possesses, he will not be able to see us. Now for the next, I will need the help of your supreme powers once again.
How might we be of service, Lord of Dendro?
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately.
Right now?
In that case, Ibis King, would you agree that this is a fine opportunity to dust?
Never. I assume you have that chess set with you?
You mean the one you gave to me as a gift?
How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it. Connect to Safei Shatranj.
Safei Shatranj? You mean that place in the desert?
Thoth's chess set gains its power from the chessboard laid out in the desert by King Deshret and ourselves. All ceremonies conducted using the chess set must be activated via Safei Shatranj. In other words, the chess set is an extension of the chessboard. In the past, moving a chess piece was a sacred and momentous act.
Transfer initiated. Entering live combat mode.
We haven't heard a single word from our spy in the desert. I'm afraid he might have...
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him. And a lot of Mora.
Nothing comes for free in this world, but the loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount of the limited time they have. Quite a bargain, if you ask me.
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. since many centuries ago, in fact. For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will? If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland Bank, I would have no reason to be here right now.
Magnata. O nono dos 11 mensageiros fatui, meu parceiro. A gente já acabou com um monte de mensageiro, então esse aí é só mais um. Então vambora.
Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our contract. I trust we are now square for the safe deposit fees you paid.
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this, given our amicable relationship?
O cara conseguiu um backup, meu parceiro.
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met me, you've been living on borrowed time.
Why, that's hardly a fair assessment. I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim, but I became a harbinger on my own merits. Managing money is not like other professions. Mine is not a role I could have acquired based on your recommendation alone, and certainly not one I could have lasted so long in without genuine ability.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not forgotten how strong your pride is. Well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation while talking with me.
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to Nod-krai and the other stored in the most secure vault of the Northland Bank.
O restante da sua alma foi dividido em duas partes. Uma metade enviada para Nod-krai e a outra metade guardada no cofre mais seguro do Banco do Norte. Interessante.
Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
That is, Zandik, created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, he had to freeze time and part with a portion of his soul. But as constructive as it sounds, it erases my uniqueness. If each segment is equally me, then by the same token, none of them are truly me. A soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed? Or the day you were framed by a gang and sold off to a medical lab as a test subject?
We needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kusanali was quite right. I needed an opportunity to eliminate myself. And after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan than directly splitting the soul. Once the soul is transferred out, you will find that creating a physical body is far simpler than creating...
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in Nod-krai, you know.
E Nod-krai era só uma parte dele. Ou seja, a gente venceu, mas vencemos uma parte dele, né? Jantei arroz, feijão, salsicha e farinha. Boa. Chegamos aí a 30 likes, galera. Muito obrigado pelos likes. É nóis, tá bom? Bom. Vamos seguir.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I not? Because now we finally know where the best testing ground...
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood. But as it turns out, that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take many forms. Most people are too eager for success, too fixated on the end goal. They forget that the experimental process itself is just as important. A suspiciously vacant seat, a new face. I trust you can put two and two together. The reason it doesn't exist is because someone tampered with the record.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So, is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Irminsul from within. Now I shall attempt to create a new world. Almost everyone faces the prospect of death, but not a single person has ever been able to experiment unrestrained in the afterlife through sheer force of will. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge. Would I not be letting the world down if I didn't make the most of the...
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect the magnitude of your ego. Out of all the versions of you that have ever existed, this you is the most insane and the most radical.
Is that why you chose to work with me? Which was it then? My insanity?
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in? Yours happened to fit the bill quite perfectly.
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough that you showed up at all, what surprises me more is that you chose to present yourself as my former subordinate, and not as the banker Pantalone.
Why make things harder than they need to be? Exposing my true identity in a situation like this would only serve to destroy diplomatic relations between Snezhnaya and Sumeru. I daren't imagine the consequences. Showing up in the name of the original antagonist gives you the recognition you rightly deserve, while also being sensitive to Snezhnaya's predicament. It was an easy win. As for why I'm here, if you're suggesting that your credit is in the negative, I won't argue with that. Many people...
I'd argue that a significant factor in your willingness to cooperate is the fact that you have but a few years of life left after my death. Living and dying together has a way of binding two parties together rather closely. Is it not true that a relationship should be judged by both the positive and negative returns it yields?
So some of what I said actually made it into your head after all. It's true that I hope you don't die too soon, but don't you find that a strange thing, especially for a human being?
Let's not pretend that you're any more innocent than I am. Are we not the same in this regard? We both despise the existing laws of this world, and neither of us enjoy being under anyone else's control.
Is it really so greedy to want the world to operate by a new set of rules?
Of course not, my dear friend. And as I've said before, mutual interest is the foundation for the most reliable of relationships. You can attest to that.
I just hope there never comes a day when I have to work too hard to prove that.
Regrader, sir. People have been spotted approaching Sumeru City.
How strange. Despite your access to Irminsul's data, it appears the soldiers noticed before you did. They must have found a workaround.
Valeu, Wendel aí, ó, membro do canal, é nóis. Muito obrigado. Aí sim, Mônica.
Well, Dottore, I trust you know what this means. The fact is...
They're coming. They'll breach the city gates any moment now.
But even so, I would say Irminsul is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to create a new world, perhaps you could plant one up.
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall them for as long as possible.
Very well. But you're really asking for the moon. Have you heard this story? There was once a guilty man, kneeling in the center of a church while an angry mob outside waited to bring him to justice. He pleaded with the gods, begging them to grant him one final request, the chance to finish confessing his sins before he was sentenced. Many suns and moons passed. Seasons changed, and still his confession continued, as if he intended...
Are you suggesting I worship you as a god? Or were you hoping that I might confess my sins?
Certainly not the latter. That would make my life miserable indeed.
E falando em deuses...
For someone who despises them so, you never seem to have any objections to me creating or becoming one. At first, I thought you'd be furious.
Concerned I would terminate our partnership, were you?
Not at all. You had reasons why our partnership must continue.
Don't you find people's attitudes toward gods amusing? A god descends from the heavens and people worship it unreservedly, blindly following whatever rules are given to them. And yet, when they see an ordinary person gain godlike levels of power by virtue of their own hard work, they treat him with nothing but suspicion.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
No. I was just thinking. I pity the man who would call you a compatriot.
There's no need to be so self-critical.
Além disso, sobre a situação recente...
I know it's a little late in the day to be asking this, but how have you been keeping?
I'm flattered that you would take the time out of your busy schedule to consider my well-being, Doctor. The part of your soul that went to Nod-krai caused quite a stir, sending our organization back to the drawing board on numerous fronts. It was quite a headache for everyone involved.
Dear me, I must have caused you no end of trouble.
You certainly did. I had the rare honor of being summoned before the Tsaritsa with Pulcinella to answer for myself. A terrifying ordeal. Don't worry, I pulled through. At most, it's a public relations nightmare. I made sure of that.
Now I'm curious. How did you explain yourself?
Oh, it was quite simple. I just pinned the blame on someone who wasn't there to defend himself. I could hardly be expected to defy the demands of someone as insistent as the second harbinger, now could I?
How you slander me. You know full well that I am perfectly amenable. There's no question that you are partly to blame for the ruin of my reputation over the years.
Agora sobre seus planos para o futuro. Espera aí que meu celular acendeu aqui do nada. Aí é loucura. Pronto, mais de 30 likes aí. Muito obrigado, pessoal. Agora sobre seus planos para o futuro.
Do you have anything lined up for when this is all over?
Hard to say. Field work always takes quite a toll on me, as you know. Once I'm back at Snezhnaya, I'll start with a well-earned cigarette.
Why are you so eager to ruin your lungs after I went to the trouble of replacing them for you?
If you have an issue with it, feel free to try to stop me.
Então,
what's on your mind?
The limits of humanity. It's a pity. Despite running countless calculations, I find there is simply no way to reduce any further the amount of one's soul required to sustain an individual.
It's rare to hear you admit to being unable to achieve something.
I beg to differ. For instance, as I've told you before, the original me was prone to motion sickness and couldn't make long train rides.
Ah, yes, of course. One of the reasons you often sent yourself out on errands. What are you thinking about now?
A new experiment. In the event that my soul was depleted, say we extracted my data from someone else's memories, yours for instance, and then combined it with your intact soul as the base.
Such a scenario would be impossible.
Oh?
As long as your current soul survives, there will be no need to create a new individual. Don't forget, you were the one who approved of the present situation wherein only one Dottore remains. And if you ceased to exist, who would be capable of performing this experiment?
Since the day I met you, you've always excelled at talking your way out of a
Então vamos lá. Salve Ryoga aí, membro do canal também. Muito obrigado pela ajuda, meu parceiro. Bom, então esse cara aí vai tentar parar a gente.
Isn't it a little too early to be saying goodbye? Not that I wish to keep you from your business, of course. Very well. Let's leave the conversation there for now.
A Paimon vai passar e vai pegar essa moeda. Esse cara aí não vai tancar nós, não é possível. Não é possível. Estamos chegando.
The power of King Deshret's 7 pillars is truly remarkable. With just a chessboard, you can...
Yeah, sets us up for a much easier fight. Really makes my day. The last time we stormed the city, it involved a lot more running.
I wonder how many people can say they stormed a city twice in their lifetime.
Fixa o Live Pix em mensagem fixada. Já tá aí, ó, fixado. Sai da live e entra de novo que vai estar aparecendo aí. Tá bom? Salve Danilo, é nóis.
I was just thinking that. I've definitely had more than my fair share of unusual experiences in my life.
This is my first time here, actually. We never usually leave Gandharva.
I hope this will be my last time.
Does everyone have to chime in? Can't we just fight?
É verdade, é uma boa. A Jet geralmente faz bons comentários, né? Isso aí, Henrique.
What an amusing comment, my dear lady. Yet humans often alleviate tension via...
Whoa! Why is Candace's shield talking?
Que loucura.
Because the image on her shield is one of me. And I, of course, can appear when...
Huh.
Né?
Well, la-dee-da. Isn't that fancy?
You wish for your gauntlet to speak? Why so?
Ahem. I think you'll find that it is I whose image is carved hereupon.
Ô, louco.
Thanks. Definitely feel stronger now.
You're welcome, my lady. I am glad to lend you my power.
Sino, what's the situation?
Agora o boné dele vai falar também, quer ver?
There are troops stationed at every entrance.
Tem alguém me ligando, véio. Sai fora.
A frontal assault will suffice. Everyone, stick to the plan. We'll take the main entrance. You head for the House of Dana's side door. Move out.
Vai começar. Ô, Mônica, você deve ter fechado a mensagem. Vamos lá, galera. Vá ao porto. Pior que são personagens que eu não tô acostumado a usar, velho.
Out of my way! Take this!
Watch out! Get lost!
Thank you, Jed.
You gotta be more careful. If you're not ready to put your life on the line, you can't be certain of defeating your opponent.
She's right. Keep your wits about you, Rana.
Bora.
Surrender! Well played.
Pô, a Derria tem muita vida, né? Tipo 50 mil de vida.
Take them out and secure the harbor. Reinforcements will arrive by water.
Consider it done.
Show no mercy.
You need to hurry
Cara, eu não sei usar esses personagens, velho. E esse doidão aqui? Mais algum? Salva o cara aí, velho.
Looks like we're in for a tough fight.
Hear my prayer.
Just a graze.
Look alive.
Mó robô chatão, velho.
You asked for it.
Use the force off it this time.
We shall prevail.
Surrender.
Yield. Buckle up.
Ó o pau quebrando. Boa, ajuda aí, gente. Me dá a cura.
Waterway secured. Brothers, sisters.
Perfect. Just in time.
Welcome. Once we've linked up, we'll continue the advance.
The team has arrived at the north entrance, as planned.
Good. Press on.
Bora. Deixa eu curar aqui, né? Porque tinha que dar pra usar meus personagens, velho. Bora. Tome controle da cidade de Sumero. Eita.
You're dead meat. Over here. Do your work. Grant us your blessing. Over here.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Yield. Let's get it on. Look at me.
Your sins weigh upon your soul.
Então toma então.
You stand condemned.
Didn't take too long.
Guilty.
Bora. Olha os caras de butuca.
Look out! It's an ambush!
Finally.
We need to hurry. Take the middle road now.
Mahamatrasino, area clear.
Don't relax just yet. More Fatui approaching from the right.
Irminsul cannot.
Até que aqui foi rápido.
If necessary, we could split up.
Don't worry. We'll wipe them all out.
As you can see, our people came raring to go.
Good, good.
How are things with the Traveler? Can Tainari?
Don't underestimate Tainari just because he's a forest watcher.
All right. You know that's not what I meant.
Por enquanto, tudo tranquilo.
Sino and the reinforcements have drawn the Fatui's fire away. It's our turn. By using a cluster leaf of cultivation, we can pass through certain terrain silently.
Good luck with that. We'll just fly up there.
É, eles têm uma vantagem, a verdade é essa.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I forgot she could fly.
Ready? Ready.
Bora. Tá, isso aqui a gente sabe como é que funciona, né, jogo?
Can't see?
Temos que subir mais. Olha o problema aí, ó.
One with the forest.
Pelo menos tem um que eu sei usar, né?
I'll uproot you.
Mas tô sem escudo pra ele também, né?
By everlasting flame, time to ignite.
Can't see?
I lost.
Eu sei usar ele, mas tô sem escudo pra ele, né? Estamos chegando.
Fatui soldiers up ahead.
Não viu nós. Ih! Acho que viu, hein?
Careful. Prepare for battle.
Hey! There's people over there.
You have some nerve showing your faces here in the center of Sumeru City.
Olha ele aí. Vai tentar segurar nós.
You're right on schedule.
Well, this guy sure as heck isn't your average Fatui sergeant.
They've stationed quite a few people nearby. It definitely looks like they were waiting for us. But something feels off. Everything about this guy feels too deliberate. I highly doubt he's just a subordinate of Dottores. And he's no mere sergeant. Whatever his rank. So you've been waiting for us. But it looks like you're geared up for a conversation, rather than a battle.
Very clever, General Mahamatra Sino. I know you're the one in charge of this siege, and I look forward to making a deal with you.
A siege? Sumeru City belongs to us!
Historically, yes. But things can always change. We have quite a sizable force with us, you know.
There's a Fatui ambush at the north gate.
Can you handle him?
We can for now.
Yes, I'm quite sure both sides can hold their ground for the time being. The battle has not yet reached its climax. But what happens next? Do you enjoy watching bloodshed? Surely some of those here are people you count as friends. Once a war begins, some people must die. I doubt you wish that fate upon anyone you know.
Wait a second. It's a trick. He's not even there. Silence!
Fomos enganados.
He disappeared. What was that? A ghost?
Curses! He was never there to begin with.
That was just a shadow projected there to lure us in.
Enough talk. Attack!
I apologize for being unable to accompany you at this crucial moment, but I am compelled to leave for reasons beyond my control. Please excuse me. Sumeru's General Mahamatra is quite ruthless. It's a good thing I wasn't there in person.
O cara tá de butuca longe, olha.
Your illusion held them up for a time just fine. But now that they have seen through it, they will realize you were just a decoy.
Decoy or not, what matters now is that they will be heading your way imminently.
Not imminently. They are already here.
Bora que a gente tem o nosso plano secundário aqui. O cara achou que ia atrasar nós, né? Já estamos aqui, meu parceiro.
This is far enough. Tainari, you go help Sino. Don't worry.
Are you sure you don't need me to stand guard?
No need. Once the connection is established, we'll disappear from the sanctuary of Surasthana.
All right. Goodbye for now.
Falou, meu parceiro. Chinela vai cantar. A chinela.
Come on, where's it hiding?
Found it. It's over here.
Conecte-se a Irminsul.
We can connect to the inside of Irminsul through the Sanctuary of Surasthana's built-in security system. You should be pretty familiar with the process.
Is it the same route as last time?
For the most part. We don't need to adjust.
Then I should be fine.
And Paimon? Once you're both ready, we'll...
Wait! The stakes are way higher this time, right? Maybe Paimon should stay outside and help the others. Then, you can focus on the fight without having to worry about Paimon.
Não é uma ideia ruim, não. Deixar ela aqui, mas... sei lá, né?
Huh? Why are you staring at me like that?
It's nothing. I just suddenly realized how much you've grown.
Hey, you've grown quite a lot yourself. Don't you two start getting...
Well, anyway, Paimon thinks she's pretty knowledgeable. Who's the best guide in Teyvat again? And don't forget...
If we say Alhaitham's not a weirdo, it's hard to explain how he came up with the idea of you applying to the academia. But for all that he counts, you're doing surprisingly well in your studies.
She just goes to show how important it is to have someone supporting you. And Paimon's not the only one. Let's not forget that you only became...
That's fair. I have learned a lot in Sumeru. Oh yeah. Did you ever come up with that ugly nickname you promised me?
What? No way! We're friends now! Paimon gave up on giving you one ages ago.
Fine. Suit
Um baita
yourself.
apelido, né? Vamos ver.
We need to go. Paimon, if you're staying, look after yourself.
Will do. Paimon's gonna link up with Tainari and Sino. You guys are the ones who need to be careful.
We will be.
Initiating connection.
Bora. Vamos ver o que vai acontecer. Salve Pedro.
Well, here we are again. Come to think of it, I still don't even know where we're going.
Thanks to our terminals, it should be impossible for Irminsul to read.
Don't tell me. Only you need to know. That way, whatever happens to me next...
Listen to me. Your safety is just as important as mine. Don't even think about sacrificing yourself for the greater good. We came here together.
All right, if you insist.
Explore a Irminsul. Estamos dentro, meu parceiro. Estamos dentro. Tem mapa aqui? Abriu o mapa no meio da cutscene.
This place looks so different from how I remember. It's a complete mess. Like someone's turned the place upside down.
Must be Dottoro's doing. Either he's searching for some information he needs, or...
It's still changing.
He has to know we've entered Irminsul. But luckily for us, he can't pinpoint our location. Be on your guard. Don't let him find us. The red parts have probably been corrupted by Dottoro's power. Don't touch them, or you might alert him.
Tá.
Blazing light!
Ele já sabe que estamos aqui.
He's looking for us. Tread carefully. That wall could be a problem. Fortunately, it looks breakable. Give it a shot.
Tá. Eita. Quebrar a parede. É mais uma parede, é? Pera aí, então. O andarilho é porque eu uso... Eu uso o andarilho na tecla 4. Usar ele na tecla 2 é meio estranho.
Upon the gale.
Vamos na calma. Bom, então não dá pra destruir isso, né?
The wind rises.
Espera recarregar.
Behold.
Espera recarregar.
The wind rises. The same old trick again? Are you kidding me? Let's handle it just like we did before. This cheap trick isn't gonna stop us.
Vamos lá.
Swollen Fury.
Que é isso?
Oh no, it's a trap. Is that why he was using the same trick over and over
Ei.
again? To get us to lower our guard?
Nos pegou na armadilha. Armadillo.
I'm trapped!
Why won't this thing budge?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Nicole, is that you?
Yes, it's me. I'm monitoring your progress from inside the Eternal Oasis, and I have to say, this terminal is simply marvelous. I couldn't see anything at first, but now that you two are inside, I can use your location with support from the terminals to get a partial view. It's not the clearest image, but it's better than not being able to help at all. So, I can't intervene directly, but I can help to guide you out of the jam you're currently in. So please,
Beleza,
just
vamos
follow
lá.
my lead.
E aí, Terezinha, amanhã Kingdom Rush Origins, tá bom?
Dottore in his current form is applied upon both Irminsul and the ley lines. Pay attention to your surroundings. There must be sources of his contamination nearby. The corrupted information is his means of manipulating the environment.
Is that one of them?
Precisely. Take it out. Good work. But we're not done yet. Stay close, and let's see if we can find any others like it nearby.
Vamos lá. Que isso?
The wind rises.
This must be another one.
Agreed. Now... Wait, watch out!
It's Dottore.
Eita.
I think he's found us.
Pronto. Quase deu ruim.
The seal is broken. Quick, get out of there.
Valeu.
And where exactly do you think you can run to?
Wait, what is that?
Pursuers. That's gotta be it.
Run! Don't let that thing touch you.
Eita. Ué?
And where exactly
Como é que eu corro rápido?
can run to?
Wait, what is that?
Pursuers. That's gotta be it.
Run!
É.
Don't let that thing touch you.
Correr rápido é o mesmo botão de sempre.
There's more than one path. Which way do we go?
To the left. Trust me.
Fleeing like vermin. What a pathetic sight.
Hey!
Watch yourselves. Stay focused.
There's a cliff ahead. Jump!
More of those
Ô,
corruption sources. Destroy them as you did before, and open the exit
Oi.
as quickly as possible.
Travou.
They're relentless. Is he trying to wear us down? You'll just have to destroy these too. I think the pursuit is over.
Hard to say.
Deu certo.
Stay alert.
Deu certo. Parabéns aí, Terezinha. Zerou Bomber Friends. Top demais, hein? 380 fases. É nóis, hein? Parabéns. E ao lugar da treta ali, ó. Arena de boss. Arena de boss. Se o jogo deixasse, pelo menos eu usar o time que eu sempre uso, né? Mas enfim.
Squall and Fury.
I think we've made it to relative safety.
Não acho que é uma área tranquila, não.
Goodness, that was tough.
You doing okay?
I'll be fine.
Take a short rest, and then...
Nicole? Nicole!
The connection's been cut. But that means...
Look at you supporting one another.
Monica mandou real. Boa noite, doutor faz o confronto abissal no off que dá bastante oxigênio. Só precisa de um tchime, e o seu já dá dano suficiente para fazer.
Valeu, Mônica, valeu pela ajuda, valeu pela dica. Eu confesso que eu não ligo muito pra gema do jogo. sabe? Eu só jogo pelo modo história mesmo, entendeu? E melhorar os personagens que a gente tem aí. Então, o problema também é ter tempo pra fazer, entendeu? Verdade é essa. Mas valeu pela ajuda aí, Mônica. É nóis, hein? Muito obrigado. Galera, faltam aí 2 likes para 40 likes. Quem puder deixar o like aí ajuda muito, tá bom? Vamos lá que agora é treta, meu parceiro. O jeito que vocês se apoiam me deixa comovido.
Dottore! Took you long enough to find us. You're more useless than I thought.
Oh, really? I think I deserve a little more credit for my methods than that. Rather than hunting you down, I chose to let you roam free.
Mestre exaltado do caminho herético. Dottore. Tá aí a segunda parte dele. A primeira parte já morreu. Essa é a segunda.
I indulged your presumption that I was unable to track your movements. Played along with your clever little plan. Fleeing is for animals, but I rather enjoy watching you flee. Some things lose the will to run altogether as soon as you put them in a cage.
If that's true, then why did you come looking for us?
Because I wanted to observe you up close, of course. Don't misunderstand me, I'm not here for a fight. Is it so unusual that I wish to greet my old acquaintances in person? After all, it's been a while. Scaramouche.
Ele se lembrou. Impossível. Não deve ser isso.
Why are you so afraid? I have done nothing unprecedented in discovering the truth. You made a bold series of moves in deciding to erase yourself. And with the power of this great chronicling device called Irminsul, you were able to achieve something quite remarkable. Once most people form an opinion about someone, it tends to imprison their mind. Yet you managed to erase every trace of your existence. A novel take on death indeed. However, this meant that you stood out to me all the more when I saw you in Nod-krai. I didn't even have to go looking for you. Just the sight of you was enough for me to intuit the truth. For someone in my position, connecting the dots was a trivial affair. It would have been more surprising if I hadn't managed to piece it together.
You seem very pleased with yourself for figuring it out. I'm sure you'd even be more delighted to learn the full extent of your crimes.
That would hardly be necessary. Besides, isn't there something that concerns you more right now? Something that fills you with... Let me put your mind at ease. I have no intention whatsoever of restoring any of the records you deleted. For one thing, I doubt that the prospect of losing your current life is all that frightening to you. Because in your case... the cruelest twist of fate is that you'll never again have the chance to make up for any of your mistakes. Isn't it?
Dottore?
Pô, tô sem escudo, hein? Derrote os oponentes. Derrote os oponentes. Simplesmente Dottore.
All here shall bend to my will.
That's far enough. Behold!
Eu nunca usei essa versão aqui do...
You'll need to do better than that to take me down. I expected you to have grown stronger. Ah, how foolish of me. I forgot that you lack any means to increase your power.
You will pay for everything you've done.
Oh, will I now?
Scorch and burn!
Eu não sei usar essa habilidade dele aqui não, hein? Mas vamos lá, tá, o nosso personagem está cheio de vida. Ué?
Does the prospect of death amuse you?
I could ask you the same question! I'll distract Torre. You focus on the mission.
Got it!
For the hopes and dreams of the masses.
Open the secret door on this enchanting night. May wisdom's light eradicate ignorance and darkness, and hereby fulfill our ancient vow. Commence data extraction.
Cling to outdated ideals and stand in the way of progress. You will pay for interfering with the grandest experiment of all time.
Ih, lá vai ela, hein? Ô, louco. Só com um toque.
Good timing.
Dottore, as clever as you are, you fail to understand wisdom. Wisdom takes many forms, but the path you have chosen eschews them all.
Huh.
Vai ter evolução dele, né? O cara evoluiu, galera. Tipo uma Pikachu. Mas eu também evoluí. Mestre exaltado do caminho herético.
Since you are within Irminsul, it stands to reason that any power you wield comes from it.
You're extracting the information from Irminsul just to strip me of my power.
I will find his weakness.
Tá ali, ó.
Grow!
Frita. Frita o negócio.
I admire your attempt to introduce a new variable, but it's nowhere near enough.
Tô causando nada de dano, tem que fazer alguma coisa.
How amusing. Try louder. Time to ignite.
A petty trick. Just wait for a little. Yep.
Behold.
Pera aí, ponto fraco. Como é que papa? É assim. Cuidado, oi. Pô, a Nárida tem cura? Eu não sei.
Just hold on a little longer. I'll hold him up. Traveler, hat guy, the rest is up to you.
Derrote seus oponentes com toda a
We
sua
certainly
força.
have a knack for surprising each other, don't we?
I'm just getting
Pelo amor. Toma então.
It's time. Say your prayers.
Toma.
Watch your back.
Tá fritando, tá fritando. Mais um.
Say your prayers.
Pô. Nossa.
Swarm Fury.
Ih, o cara fez o espadão maluco. Ai. E esse pulinho aí. Mais um. Vambora, time. A música tá maneira, hein? Insana a trilha sonora, meu parceiro. Ei, não morre não. Queria usar o especial do meu personagem. Tentar carregar. Olha a música, olha a música. Pega. Bora. É o mesmo especial. Mais um, vambora. Ih, que isso?
Time for me to die.
Vai morrer.
Death was something I feared.
The last gasp struggle of a dying man is a pretty pathetic.
Toma. Mais um. Tá quase, hein? Ai, cuidado! Ai. É agora, hein? Mais um acho que vai, hein? Quer dizer, eu não sei se ele tem outra forma, né? Bora. Cabum. E aí, meu parceiro? E aí?
Obrigado, amigo. Você é um amigo.
@007DHHHH2 Esta música toda.
Toma, golpe triplo aí, ó.
Capa.
Pegou a gnosis.
It's all yours. Do
Eu lembro dessa parte aí.
Just as you say, this world is home to some archaic things. And as you suppose, you are a formidable opponent. You have long coveted the secrets of wisdom. So now, I will demonstrate true wisdom in action. I invoke my supreme authority as the keeper of Irminsul. Commend me or condemn me. But give your verdict now!
Eita, vem coisa grande aí. Valeu, 007. A música maneirona, hein?
Blessed one of wisdom, Mahako-san.
Regente da Morte.
Are you
Ô louco, ó. Regente da morte, meu parceiro. Murrakuzalalala, aquela abençoada com a sabedoria. Tem certeza de que deseja exercer sua autoridade para destruir a Irminsul?
It represents both your roots and your finest accomplishments. You truly intend to abandon the very thing you have always fought for?
This is my decision. Irminsul has been corrupted beyond redemption.
Irminsul is the original tree of Teyvat. It is the means by which the heavenly principles maintains fate itself. The 7 Archons should honor and revere it.
It is precisely because I honor and revere it that I fight for the humanity it exists to protect. Wisdom is knowing how to weigh the options and make the right decision. If you truly care about the fortunes of this world, then it is me you should seek to preserve.
Planting a seed begins the chain of cause and effect. Since you have become a great tree yourself, till we meet again, Lord of Dendro.
Vai ser destruído, hein? Vai ser destruída, meu. E o cara vai estar lá dentro.
The first flame, the pure cleansing fire.
Ih, ferrou. Opa! Cadê o chapéu? Falou, meu parceiro. Pô, ele perdeu o chapéu? A Irminsul acabou, velho. E esse doidão aí?
Shall we?
Where were we?
I was suggesting that you needn't perform when signing a contract.
You're only sitting here because your bank demanded an evaluation of the trustee.
So you told a story about a young scholar from a merchant family in Sumeru?
I told a compelling tale, didn't I?
The post-expulsion story is far more captivating.
The human experiments or the elixir of immortality?
The part where you die.
Ah, yes. My favorite part. The 35-year-old Segment thought of himself as Dottore, reserving the name Zandik for the original specimen. Of all the segments, he was the most selfish. After his expulsion, Dottore searched for a new direction. He joined the Fatui, studied Elazar in great depth, secured resources. He was rather fortunate in his career. Zandik turned to Conrian technology and successfully created his segments. But this was not immortality. Even with backup segments, his body would still age. Still, thanks to Snezhnaya, Zandik found the ideal base for his experiments. Then a perfect partnership materialized at a crucial moment. The year that both parties realized they needed more time. Fortunately, Zandik succeeded. In a miraculous turn of events, he gained the extra time he needed.
I seem to recall it differently.
All right, it's true. No matter how much elixir he took, Zandik remained human and continued to age. Then, on the morning he turned 85...
Help me up! Call for help.
Surely he would be rescued, Zondik thought. But to his surprise, no one helped him. Zondik was too selfish for that.
Don't forget, you're one of us.
Yes, and we're all waiting.
Waiting for me to die.
Pantalone arrived for a meeting and happened to witness what followed. He found it unsettling.
I never said that.
But the Zondiks were unfazed. It was a rare opportunity for self-dissection.
What does all that have to do with you depositing your data at Northland Bank?
It has made me cherish my time in this world all the more.
Fair enough. So you do have a sense of self-preservation.
What do you mean?
You're hardly normal, and you don't cherish life. You just don't want to admit defeat in the limited time you have.
Even so, don't I deserve an interesting ending?
I'm counting on it.
If nothing else, I expect my funeral will be a grand affair indeed.
E aí, Metalist, valeu pela ajuda, meu parceiro. Muito obrigado. É nóis. Eu acho que ele morreu.
Magnificent fire.
Olha ela sendo destruída aí, galera. Que loucura, hein? Que loucura.
In Snezhnaya, we light fires to ward off the cold. Fire, it seems, is antithetical to ideas such as cold, frozen, and unchanging.
Isso aqui é o que? É um dos clones que ele fez? Tinha um monte dele lá, ué. Na cutscene.
Perhaps it has always been that way. From the beginning, fire has been used to drive away wild beasts and warm the body and mind. You could say it's a form of treatment. One that cures the human heart of mortal fear.
Mortal fear? Something you haven't been acquainted with in a long time, by the sounds of it.
Descanse em pança.
Whereas you, I'm sure, must know the feeling quite well indeed. I remember when we first discussed the elixir of immortality. You claimed that extending your lifespan was about buying more time. You fear the prospect of dying a wretched end in this world, don't you?
Of course I do. I'm only human after all. And while you may have forgotten it, you cannot deny that you too were once human, Dottore. I do not believe that there is no such fear in your heart.
Perhaps you are right. But I abandoned it long ago and devoted myself to my experiments. I have felt...
From the very beginning, I never thought you could win this game.
But still you came. Contract in hand, to honor our agreement.
Because I am a reputable partner.
And as we have discussed, experiments are about more than results alone. The process is equally important. I have come here and complete...
I'm afraid your journey ends here.
After I die, there will be no one to make the elixir of immortality, and your remaining stock will only last a few more years. How then will you prove that you didn't perish in this incident along...
When I feel optimistic about market environments, I never forcibly adjust them. They have their own direction. And I have been quite particular about many things in my life. But where the manner of my death is concerned, I choose not.
You make yourself sound so magnanimous.
Oh, but I am. And I hope you will be too. It may have been a long time since anyone told you this, Dottore, but I recognize that you are a truly rare talent.
Ha! I can see it. The experiment in blasphemy that I've been performing all this time. It has been a long process, and I do not care about the results as much as people might imagine.
If the very goal of your experiment was to explore infinite possibilities, then there was never any reason for it to end.
Indeed. Yet now, the experiment has officially drawn to a close.
What should I call you? Zandik? Or do you prefer Dottore?
Suit yourself. Goodbye, Feofan. This time, that's what it truly is.
Aqui acabou.
And don't I know it? Goodbye, Zandik.
Era só ele meio que se despedindo mesmo.
I could have carried out many more experiments, but to me, Lord of Dendro, this outcome is certainly not the worst.
I believe you. But unfortunately, this is where it all ends for you.
Experiment. It sounds like you're trying to outdo me in my own field.
Wisdom is conveying information in terms that people can clearly understand. You know exactly what I mean.
Indeed. I can see no further outcomes. Ha! You have a formidable mind, and you are braver than I thought. Setting fire to the very thing your survival depends on.
When necessary, wisdom can be as fierce as an inferno. Some of the flames that incinerate you come from within yourself.
Perhaps you are right. You see what lies at the bottom of the human heart, and that is...
Here is where your journey comes to an end. All that is yet unknown belongs to those of us who will care.
It seems I have unwittingly been your arch-enemy all along. But now...
I do not deny your intelligence. But what you refer to as experiments, they are events that take place in the real world. And they are so much more than goodbye. We will never meet again.
E agora sim aí, Minsu, como é que vai ser, hein? Hã? Como é que vai ser? Vá ao rebate das caravanas.
Well, that's the last of them. Everyone on the list is already back where they should be.
It was a long, hard road, but we finally finished escorting everyone back. I just pray that we'll never need to leave again. I hope we can stay here forever in this peaceful paradise of our own.
Paradise. In the annals of the Temple of Silence, that word carries great significance. It represents the hopes and
I wouldn't think gods need such a place.
People always think they're the only ones who can lose their homes. They forget that gods too need a place to reside. As the Goat King once said, a god without his people shall cease to exist. Gods need their believers, every bit.
Only we can truly understand how much the desert faith has faded over the centuries. But we still talk about the gods as though they're part of our lives.
Given the myriad ways in which gods and humans interact, I'd say they really are. How else could Dunyarzad consider the Dendro Archon a friend?
Well, that sounds about right to me. Describing them as friends sure makes us feel a whole lot closer.
If you told me a few years back that I'd have this many friends, I'd have called you a liar.
Belief is a choice, just like friendship. We've made our choices through battle.
I'll be heading back to the Temple of Silence. I heard the Goat King and the Ibis King decided to pay us a visit.
It's back to Aru Village for us. Still plenty of supplies to distribute and people to...
Until next time, old friend. As long as you can find the time, you're always welcome to visit us in Aruville.
Right back at you. Make sure to drop by the Temple of Silence the next time you're free. Word is that 2 of the other 7 pillars, Shezapang and Bennu, might also be dropping by. Since you're wearing the symbols of their power.
Dropping by? That makes it sound like they're visiting a neighbor's home.
Well, the temple was founded by Hermanubis, so I guess to them, that's exactly what it is.
Guess that's true.
All right. We'll make sure to find time to stop by. Stay safe on your...
I will.
Estamos perto do final da missão. O mais importante já foi concluído, né?
You do have a point.
See? Retirement has always been a problem, especially for old-timers like us who've been locked away all these years. You finally step out into the light, and bam! You're face to face with a whole
Naturally. What do you think, Layla?
Huh? Why would you think to ask me? How could I possibly be qualified to decide where the...
Sorry if my question was unclear. Do you think their statues will stand out too much if we place them here?
Hey, I never agreed to this. How could we possibly allow our statues to be left in Hermanubis' home? That would be like breaking into someone's house, then...
Different beliefs can coexist. We still need to respect one another.
By which you mean, you two plan to stay at the Temple of Silence, for a while at least. But you have no intention of relocating your statues here. So, you see this as sort of a...
family.
You could say that. In a sense, Hermanubis would view this as his home. Just look at this place. Magnificent, is it not? The sad truth is, in the past, all 3 of us invested so much into misguided ventures. We failed.
And what do you...
I mean that for the most part, time spent associating with the likes of Sobek, and, let's say, Thoth, might reasonably be considered wasted.
Why does that not surprise me?
Anyway, given how much time we'll all be spending together, I'd say that the bonds we built...
Once Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence, returns, you can discuss the matter of staying here with him. But judging by the expressions of everyone here, I imagine this sacred ground houses untold knowledge after all. What better place for the servants of King Deshra to appear?
How about we share a meal together first? I imagine it's been many years since you last tasted fresh food.
Oh, that sounds wonderful! After so many hundreds of years, I can only surmise that desert cuisine has become a lot more...
Are we having a get-together? If you'd like, I can help prepare some food. After all, Lord Thoth, you helped me...
Oh, my, that would be wonderful.
How the times have changed. To the people of today, it seems the Ibis King has become a kind...
And you, Mr. Herreshoff? What kind of god do you wish to be?
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought.
Me? I'm very happy with my current...
Forgive my bluntness, but you do not seem to derive your authority from majesty and might, like Lord Al-Ahmar. Clearly your approach has its...
I do, but projecting a majestic front doesn't really suit me. Besides, my relationship with others is...
Not putting on airs might earn you more adoration.
Exactly. Besides, I really like parties where everyone brings their own food, and we all come together to share.
Last time when we got together for a picnic near the Avidia Forest, it was quite the occasion. Seeing as you're already here...
Can we do that? Wouldn't Tainari have to transport a ton?
Don't worry, I can help out. Layla, would you like to join us next time?
Me?
The more the merrier. That way...
Don't take this the wrong way. I just think you should know. When it comes to passing the time, chess is more our thing.
In that case...
If I were to compete against you, I can't say with certainty I'd win, but I certainly wouldn't mind giving it a shot.
Where's Sobek? I'm sure he'd be good for a few rounds. Cards, cards, cards!
I wonder what variant of chess we're talking here. Mr. Thoth.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. As long as the leader of the Temple of Silence agrees, we can search Hermanubis' place.
Aprender a jogar xadrez.
Such devastation visited on Sumeru City. So many houses destroyed or damaged in the fighting. Look at all of this. It's going to take me forever to tidy up. I suppose
I would have thought a little appreciation of my sincerity and effort in helping to clean up this mess might be in order.
helping? Effort? This is your house! Of course you should be putting in the effort! If anything, I'm the one who's helped.
So you see yourself as just a helper in this situation. I must admit, I'm rather shocked.
If you're trying to say that since I live here too, I have an obligation to tidy up, fine. I suppose I do. Wait a second.
Nevertheless, in the wake of a great storm, a missing roof is a predictable inconvenience.
Can you stop making it seem like I care more about this house than you do? Doesn't it upset you at all to see your home in this state?
I won't pretend it's ideal, but that's no reason to be upset.
This is the roof over your head, your shelter from the cold. The furniture is scattered, the paintings have fallen off the walls, the windows are shattered.
The way I see it, these problems are easily solved.
Ugh, this is precisely why I hate talking to you about sentimental things. It's like banging my head against a wall. You simply don't understand just how much work goes into making a proper...
It sounds like this is causing you a lot of anguish.
You mean the house or the paintings?
I mean your sentimentality.
Oh, well, yes. But I'd rather not dwell on such things right now.
Generally speaking, when anguish becomes the norm, people usually make an attempt to improve their situation.
But there are so many people and things in life that are difficult to change. It's not like you can force them. Anguish can be a source of inspiration. And I'm not sure I could break my
I'm glad you're able to make yourself think like that.
What kind of a response is that? I was stating a profound truth about the very nature of art.
And I wasn't trying to. I'm just happy for you. Pure and...
Happy about what?
Happy that you can always find an answer that backs up your views.
You...
More often than not, life is a process of running into problems and then searching for answers. Yours more than most. Not everyone's so good at justifying things to themselves. It's something that you've been steadily mastering.
Huh. What about you, then? What skills have you been mastering lately?
Pass me that box.
Huh? Okay.
You may consider this my progress on the path to mastery.
What? Wait a second. Isn't that box mine? Hey, it is! It must have fallen off that shelf.
Would you like me to put it in your bedroom for you?
Huh? I mean, what kind of progress is this? Does he think he can bribe me? Not that giving me back these books on the floor. They're a complete mess. And this one, didn't he say it was an out-of-print collectible? It's completely covered in dust. And some of it... guess I should help him repair it.
Você que tá aí. Chegamos a 50 likes aí. Muito obrigado, pessoal. Tá 2-0. Valeu, Milton. Valeu, Gustavo. Vou girar no banner daqui a pouco. Vamos só terminar a missão.
Local subterbeast, imported goods. Such a bright future ahead. I can picture the Mora just rolling in.
Só pensa nisso. Salve, meu tom.
You do realize you sound like a choking...
Vaca esganando.
It's called being imposing. Can't you feel it? Are you?
Oh, I'm positively shaking in my sandals. What commands do you have for me?
You've got a lot of nerve, Nefer. You went and told Candace and the others everything, didn't you? Seriously, do you have any idea how differently they seem?
Surely that's a good thing. I presume they're more disposed to actually like you now.
You traded my secret for sympathy! Thanks to you, I've lost every last shred of my mercantile majesty. How am I supposed to make anyone think I'm a big, scary investor now?
The dark days of Lord Sangama Bay are behind you. Why not take this chance?
Speaking of friends, since when did the notorious Lady Nefer gain such an admiration for holier-than-thou types?
A coming together of fates, nothing more. No need to throw around
Forget it. You're right about one thing at least. Making friends is never a bad thing for a merchant. So... I really took a loss this time.
I'm trying to see if you're really crying or if those are just crocodile. A little birdie told me that when Lord Sangama Bay makes money, the tears flow from the center of her eyes. But when she loses it...
You are so annoying.
I'm not Nefer. Thank goodness you're here. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Huh? Oh, well. If it isn't the House of Dana's very own librarian.
Oh, no. I'm not here to buy. I'm here to bring Lady Nefer a book, and a fascinating one at that. We agreed to meet at the entrance to the mausoleum of King Deshret. One more thing. I bought...
Reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense always follows a blizzard.
Huh? Isn't that...
It was all the rage for a while. People throughout the city were clamoring to get their hands on a copy. The names inside were all circled. Everyone thought it was a riddle.
Don't bring up that book in my presence. I don't even want to hear its name. That thing was nothing but a...
Surprisingly enough, I've actually heard of this book. Though it doesn't seem of much consequence.
You're from the Vahumana and you're asking me what the truth is? I'd say the actual truth was about the least important part of the whole episode. I brought you this book because it probably has the most interesting backstory of any in the House of Dana's collection, at least in recent years.
Don't tell me it's actually any good.
You may not know this, Lord Sangama Bay, but Lady Nefer has a fondness for books with...
No eye for good literature.
Perhaps she feels that bad books hide interesting secrets? But I shouldn't put words in her mouth. It's probably fair to say she prefers the conversations that books can spark.
Suits my style as an intel broker, wouldn't you say? Very interesting, thank you. And as it happens, I have something for you to...
Incense?
I imagine you've already used up the incense I gave you last time. Here's some more. This batch is from Nod-krai, so the scent won't be...
Well, actually, I've been saving the incense you gave me. I couldn't bring myself to waste it without it, but I'll gladly accept this too. And
Katayun, you haven't changed.
Congratulations, Kale.
Well done, Kale. After studying for so long, you finally
Sure hasn't been easy for you, huh? This really is
All grown up. No longer a trainee, but an official forest ranger.
Thanks, everyone. It's true. Master Tainari, thank you for your guidance and support. I wish Mr. Sino were here so I could thank him too.
Sino had a matter to attend to at the Temple of Silence. I don't imagine he'll be back for some time, but don't...
I'm afraid the party will have to wait. Kale still has some matters to attend to first.
Kale? Is...
No, it's not what you think. There's nothing wrong with my health. I just have a few things I need to do. I've made plans with the Traveler and Paimon to visit Mondstadt. Master Tainari and Mr.
Well, that's a relief. Let's get together when everyone's back. I'm sure...
Of course.
Alguns dias depois.
Catching up on sleep and food, Paimon's feeling full of vim and vigor again.
Valeu, Gustavo. Valeu, José Junqueira. Salve, Henrique.
For someone who spends so much time resting, your recovery
Hey! Paimon's been working her butt off too, you know.
Don't worry, I saw how hard you worked.
Alright, we all know you're the most hardworking person in Tavad. As long as you're rested and full, Paimon's been looking around the place and it seems like the city's already on the mend. But...
Vamos ver como é que a Naida está. Vá para o santuário. Vamos nessa. Vamos ver como é que ela tá sem a Irminsul.
Hey, Nahida! And Hat Guy's Traveler, Paimon!
What's going on here?
Nothing much. Nahida was just expressing
Oh, the Traveler told Paimon all about that. We've both...
You make it sound like I'm on the brink of some kind of breakdown. Truth is, I'm doing much better than you might. If we can just get to the bottom of Dottoro's intentions, we can minimize his negative influence.
Just listen to that newfound optimism. It seems like having you enroll in the Vahumana was a truly inspired move.
Observe, a classic Sumero specialty. Chalking everything up to education and learning.
To be honest, even I can sense the change in you.
Everything Dottore said to you was a way to manipulate your mind. Fortunately, you're no longer under his sweat.
Can someone as old as me really continue to grow?
If it helps, just think of yourself as a late bloomer. It's all a matter of phrasing, and it comes down to what standards you measure yourself by. For a puppet, developing at such an age is perfectly normal. But if you choose to call yourself a late bloomer, it sounds more like...
However you see yourself, well done.
All right. I see what you mean.
Anyway, what's your next step?
What else can I do but complete my current courses? Everything else can wait. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. There are still things in the city I need to help out with. I'll be heading there now.
Beleza, meu parceiro.
I'm so happy that Hat Guy is doing better than we thought. But what about you, Nahida? The pyronosis burned down the corrupted Irminsul. The flames blazed for 7 days and 7 nights before they finally subsided. Now, Aru shoulders the responsibilities that once belonged to Irminsul. The situation was contained before it got out of hand, so Tevat's most vital information...
Preservaram.
Irminsul has a strong influence over you, doesn't it? How will you cope now that it's gone?
There is no need to worry. Thanks to Nicole's extraordinary talents, my connection to Irminsul has been severed. Angels can do things like that? They can. Such abilities are precisely what makes them so powerful. The goddess of flowers, Nabu Malikata, once claimed that she too could perform. In my eyes, much of what she went on to achieve reached such transcendent levels. Her and Nicole really are both...
So, does that mean your situation is stable now?
Correct. Just imagine that Aru has become the new Irminsul, and the essence of my existence has
Temos
been
uma
bound to...
nova Irminsul, então, que é a Aru. Tivemos aí só uma substituição, então. Né?
The wisdom of Sumeru has ultimately converged into a single, unified entity. Whatever it is, the important thing is...
Dendro Archon, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Oh, thank goodness you're here.
E aí, cara esquisitão?
Sir Nevis, do you have something...
Yes, there's something I need to report. We've received a message from
Como é que é?
Snezhnaya.
Entrega uma carta.
The Fatui Harbinger, the rooster, sends us his sympathies, along with all the usual pleasantries.
O galo. O mensageiro Fatui, o galo, meu parceiro. O galo.
His stance is that, following the unrest in Nod-krai, Dottore was subjected to internal censure. This madness was the act of a rogue element, one who cannot be...
No less than can be expected.
Snezhnaya paid a heavy price working to stop him. They even lost one of their own harbingers. The letter goes on to say that even so, Snezhnaya cannot claim to be blameless. Apparently, they will deal with Dottore's subordinates in accordance with Snezhnayan law, holding all those involved in his... Additionally, they are supplying relief funds and supplies, which are already en route. They hope this will aid in Sumeru's reconstruction.
O galo, né? Então o Snezhnaya tá tentando ajudar aí, a verdade é essa.
Sounds like he's got an answer for...
True. But as diplomatic rhetoric goes, it's highly effective.
This disaster has had a profound impact on Sumeru. The matter of Dottore can be seen as settled for now. We are sure to cross paths again in the future, and in that light, Snezhnaya would do well. With Irminsul burned, the flow of fate now carries many more
Perhaps we can move on to a less serious matter? Dendro Archon, will you eat with us once this matter is dealt with? Everyone wishes to celebrate.
Of course! Junior Zod, Sino, and Hypatia all told me the same thing. If there isn't enough room for everyone, we can arrange back to back.
What a wonderful idea. That just leaves the question of what we should eat.
Not more tomatoes, surely.
More? Dendro Archon, what do you mean?
Those good friends of yours are always talking about tomatoes. Sometimes when I'm walking through the city, I can even hear them arguing in the fields. Since you see them so often, you must... Tomatoes. Tomatoes. The word has a certain magic to it. Like the autumn fur of a sumpter bee.
Tomatoes. What can we make with...
Take your time, there's no need to rush. The traveler, Paimon, and I still have somewhere we need to visit. You'll have plenty
O
of time
assunto
to
terminou
think it over
com
before I
tomates. E aí, Mônica, eu vi que você falou aí da minha testa, aí do tamanho da testa do cara esquisito ali. Eu vi isso aí. É.
Does this mean you're going to
Olha lá a testa dele.
meet them there in person? It will require a long journey.
I know. But this is Traveler, Paimon. We'll set off...
Sure. We'll be ready whenever...
You'll hear no objections from Paimon! We should grab some snacks along the way, though. Wonderful.
Vão pra Mondstadt, é isso mesmo? Valeu, Gustavo. Galera, qual vai ser o próximo banner? Já tem informação disso? Vai ter novo personagem? Como é que é? Salve a Tios aí, ó, membro do canal. Tudo bom?
That land is such a lively place. It's super cheerful and positive. I can see that. There are people outside exercising at all hours.
You came. Welcome, welcome. You must be hungry from your journey. Would you like something to eat?
Oh, thanks, but no thanks. We've been eating the whole way here.
Ih, essa aí não é a Paimon, não. Tá esquisito isso aí. Ela não ia recusar isso, não.
All right. No need for all that detail.
Maybe later then. We can wait till everyone's got an appetite. Then...
Sounds like a plan.
Bora.
I should tell you, I already have some sense of why you've come.
Why's that, Malika?
To say thank you.
Your senses are spot on. But on top of that, we also
Because the pyronosis has vanished?
Despite scouring through the remnants of Irminsul, we couldn't find any sign of the pyronosis. Not even any trace.
That's certainly unusual. Still, the potential fallout from Irminsul's loss is significant, to say the least. Perhaps the Pyronosis's disappearance is simply a knock-on effect of there's no need to feel guilty. We were clear that this time, there was to be no returning, only giving.
Thank you really is a fascinating phrase. We use it to express gratitude for the smallest of things. Yet, when faced with a kindness too immense to describe, it's not that we lack other means of expression. It's that when we truly need to express our feelings, the simplest and purest...
You're right. In Natlan, we prefer simple expressions too. Companionship, friendship, support.
That's wonderful to hear. Sincere feelings are often a vehicle for the deepest wisdom of all.
Irminsul's destruction doesn't seem to have done you much harm.
There's still a lot of work to do, but before we begin,
Partly to express our gratitude, but also because we felt that seeing you, in a sense, is like basking in warm sunlight.
That's a nice way of putting it. To tell you the truth, though, I'm not a fan of somber meetings. So, since there's nothing more to say, why don't we go bask in some actual sunlight? The weather's...
What a great idea! Paimon's gonna like it!
Dormiu.
In that case, I think I'll lie down for a bit too before we head to our next...
And where might that be?
Mondstadt. Paimon and I are gonna head back there with Kale and the gang.
Long ago, I sensed that the god remains inside Kale had come from the goddess of flowers. Those remains weren't hurting Kale, not as she is now. They simply exist. Besides, a yearning for an ordinary life. A yearning to hold on to the hard-won happiness she now enjoys.
She should be ready to face the truth by now.
Whenever people meet, there is always the potential to create warmth and kindness. Every child grows up. But even as adults, they are...
Oh, just like how Paimon sometimes sees Nahida as a little kid.
Paimon.
Is that so? Well, anyone who's friends with a kid is probably a kid themselves. Of course! And there's nothing wrong with that. When we get back, we'll actually be hanging out with another of our friends who happens to be a kid. Or more like...
Dear Sucrose, when you receive this letter, I'll probably be as busy as always. But busy with wonderful things. That's because I'm no longer a trainee. I'm now an official fork. Impressive, right? Sino said that official rangers sound much tougher than trainees. Though he did say it was already pretty tough to start out with. You probably heard that something big happened in Sumeru recently. Don't worry, it's all been taken care of. We're heading to Mondstadt soon, so if you're free, maybe we... Plus, it's not just me. A few of us are going. Hey, do you still remember that time we all got together? You know, when we all went to the Windbloom Festival? It'll be just like that.
Bora pra Mondstadt. Dois dias depois, nos portões de Mondstadt.
Don't you say it! Is that the great Vayu Viastra? Behold.
How times have changed. I wasn't expecting you to beat me to the punchline.
Valeu, Gustavo.
You've really upped the aggression in your battle against Sino's jokes.
Kale, how did you know what I was going to say?
Pelo amor.
For the love of...
Pelo amor.
Traveler! Paimon! You're right on time!
Tamo aí
I
firme.
hope we haven't kept you waiting.
Kale!
Olha aí.
Sucrose! It's been so long!
I've been well. Everything's going great. What about you?
Not at the moment. Oh, right! That juicer you gave us works amazing!
Seriously? That's wonderful.
I don't suppose you drew up a detailed test report. Oh, what fruits did you use? How's the texture of the final...
Sucrose, you might want to try asking your questions one.
Albedo! Paimon didn't see you there!
Tá todo mundo se juntando aí.
It's been a while since all of us were together like this. How about...
Good idea, my friend. You never
So, what are your identities this time?
Don't remind him.
First things first. Allow me to introduce our very own official...
This sounds like one of those mushy stories that gets people hooked on some corny...
Oh, is our story not heartwarming? If I recall correctly, there was even a scene like this in King of Invocations.
Besides being heartwarming, our story's also about tough, impressive-sounding job titles.
Não tem notícia do que vai ser o próximo banner, não? Acho que ainda não. Você colhe os outros se encontram com os cavaleiros de Favônios.
You're here already? I'm still giving Dodoco a little trim. I won't be a moment.
A trim? Does Dodoco need...
Of course! It's important to know how to take a... All of these trivial matters get left to me. It's because I'm an angel. And angels are, in a way...
Oh, right! Well...
What are you writing?
I'm just brainstorming some cool-sounding lines.
Oh, write them on these card backs.
Of course.
Clearly, my lines are pretty amazing. Wouldn't you...
Miss Nicole?
Kale? You seem a little nervous.
I was just wondering, who was the person you mentioned who needed their wish fulfilled?
Wish?
Miss Nicole asked if we could meet up in Mondstadt once everything was over. She said a friend of hers had a wish that needed my help to come true.
Well, you never mentioned that before. All we knew was that you'd arranged to meet in Mondstadt. But we thought it had something to do with the God Remains.
Muito obrigado, Edna. Valeu pelo oi. É nóis, Edna. Você nunca tinha mencionado isso antes? A gente só sabia que vocês tinham combinado de se encontrar em Mondstadt. Mas achávamos que tinha algo a ver com os restos mortais dos deuses.
To be fair, everything I told you was true. Anyway, come on, let's pay...
Vamos lá. Vou abrir essa porta aqui, tá meio calor. Ô, louco, que clima, hein? Opa, valeu ao Edson aí, ó. Mandou um W, velho. Que loucura. Eu já vi mandar em F, mandar em W eu não vi. Valeu, Edson. Muito obrigado, meu parceiro. Vá até debaixo da grande árvore na origem do vento. Vamos ver.
Huh? You're...
Surprised? I bet you weren't expecting to meet a woman like me beneath this beautiful tree. An oasis will spring from the place where a djinn resides. That saying falls somewhat flat here in Mondstadt, given that everywhere is already so lush and green.
Lilupar, what are you doing?
I made friends with Miss Nicole. I asked her to bring me here and then invite Kale to... The prologue to this story is that I have a wish. It has stirred within my heart for centuries. Millennia, even. Originally, it...
Could this be...
Related to the goddess of...
My dear young lady, my mistress left her final trace in this world upon you. I can't tell you how glad I am to see you here. And now I have seen you, and peered into your heart. You have experienced hardships and suffered setbacks. The torment an ordinary person might expect to face has befallen you threefold.
Recebo W.
This is the source of your resilience.
Do nada W, tá ligado? Valeu aí, meu parceiro, é nóis.
But, beneath all this, I've witnessed the seeds of desire. You yearn to return to the simple life you once knew, do you not?
I do. I want to throw away everything that isn't mine.
But how do you decide what is yours? The scars that others carve into your flesh? The kindness and love they inscribe?
They are. This is something I've talked about with Miss Nicole said I should learn how to adjust my standards. I just want to live as an ordinary human. Anything beyond that isn't my...
Don't you want anything from the remains of the goddess of flowers?
She gave me a revelation once. I think that's already more than enough.
E aí, Paulo? Próximos banners: Odete, Arlequino, Flins e Neva. Essa Odete é a nova personagem, né? Vamos tentar ela também quando sair. Valeu, Paulo, é nóis, meu parceiro.
In the past, you would not have possessed such a rich heart. Your brief life has taught you to hold on to everything good, to... How fascinating. You're nothing like Nabu
Of course not. I'm not some great and powerful being,
Yet I am a Jinn. We exist because of the Lord of Flowers. We revere and love her. My wish is... Kale, can you do this?
But her remains won't be easy to remove. Are you sure this is what you want?
That's beside the point. First, I need to know. Are you willing to do something for the soul?
But
look, you know nothing about me. Even if you have heard the stories about me, all you would know is that I was rightly punished for the many evil deeds I committed. Ah, so you do know. Your lips are quivering, your eyes trembling, and still you're willing to do something for me. My dear young lady, to repay your kindness, I too must play my part.
Are you sure about this, Lilupar?
I yearn to see my mistress. For this moment, the world can burn to ashes, the universe be engulfed in flame. And you, Kale, I can give you a gift. You'll become just another ordinary...
But Miss Lilupar...
My wish will be fulfilled, and I can die happy.
Why would you wish for that?
A long, unending life might seem desirable for one who has never possessed it, yet it brings torment to one who has. My remains are scattered across the yellow sands, but my soul can find no peace. Since you've promised to grant my wish, give me that release. Allow the dying to die.
Kale, there's no pressure on you. What she said?
It's as if you want to use the last of your life to give me a...
Nothing so selfless. We'll be using our futures to fulfill each other's wishes. This is a noble act. A beautiful and secret transaction between...
I understand.
Close your eyes, Kale. Then open your soul. From there, I will embrace my mistress. The downpour of flowers is your touch. Like returning to the very beginning. Like surrendering to your grace. People say that devotion is beautiful, yet filled with pain. How foolish of them. For me, thank you.
Que isso, hein?
She left, carrying the blessing of...
Kale?
I'm fine. Now that the remains are gone, don't actually feel any different at all.
Those remains weren't hurting Kale. Not as she is now. They simply exist. Besides, I could sense a deep yearning within her.
Kale must have already received what she was yearning for.
I'm doing fine. I feel relaxed.
Then my wish has come true, too.
To become ordinary?
That's just one of my wishes. Actually, I have a few more. For instance, I want to protect the people I meet.
So between Miss Lilupar and me, you fulfilled 2 wishes already.
Wonderful, isn't it?
I guess that settles things here.
So what's next? What do you want to do when we get back to town?
Kale, look who I've brought to see you.
Hey, Kale! I heard you guys were holding some kind of secret event. How come you started without me?
Amber. Então, Edson. Ainda não pensei nisso não, ainda vou ver, tá bom?
Huh? Oh no, it's nothing like that.
Really? Who?
Me.
So that's what this is all about. Did you come all the way to Mondstadt for that? Because we knew the old you so we could witness the change?
Exactly. The old me is gone. I puffed her into the air, and she became a fluffy pink cloud, floating into the sky.
Do you think maybe up in the sky she has friends waiting for her with test tubes?
Oh. What do you think, Miss Nicole?
I think maybe that, at least if it were up to me, I'd consider that a happy end.
Dear Sucrose, even though my childhood ended long ago, these past few days have really felt like growing up again. I've become stronger, and I feel like I can finally accomplish things by myself. Surely someone as mysterious as you will find a friend like this fascinating? Always growing, always thriving like a plant. I came to say goodbye to my old self. I know that after this, she'll be gone. Thinking about it makes me feel a little lonely. But somewhere in my heart, I feel a great sense of joy. It feels like I've always wanted to take this step.
E aí está. Finalizamos a missão. Finalizamos. Galera, vai ter mais alguma missão de Arconte aí de Nod-krai? Eu acho que não, né? Isso aqui foi a última. Daqui a, no caso, no próximo banner, que é daqui a 19 dias. Será que a gente vai ter uma missão nova importante? Será? Acho que não, só Snake agora. E quando é que vai chegar Snake? Vocês sabem já quando é que vai chegar? E aí, William? Mapa da Lua? Ah, isso aí é... Eu nunca fui nesse lugar não. É um lugar extra? Eu nunca fui nesse lugar não. O pessoal falou que tem uma missão que é na Lua, né? É o que? É essa aqui? Que eu vou ver o tema para a próxima live, né? Qual missão que a gente pode estar fazendo. Fica em Nod-krai. Ah, é? É isso aqui? Bênçãos da Lua Gelada? É 6007, teremos sim. Na próxima atualização já tem nação nova. Ah, é? Tipo, daqui a 19 dias já é Snezhnaya? Porque se for daqui a 19 dias, gente, o tema da próxima live já vai ser indo para a nação nova já. Né? Último mapa de Nod-krai. É que eu ainda não fui, né? Aqui, ó. Aqui eu ainda não fui. Vamos girar no banner, vamos lá. É aqui, né? Aqui eu ainda não fui, não. Aqui eu já fui em tudo. Tem outro lugar também que eu não fui, ó. Aqui, ó. Também não fui ainda. Essa parte da lua aí é uma missão, hein? Ah, deve ser isso aqui, ó. Oráculo da Lua. Tem 2 missões de mundo? Entendi. Daqui a... No próximo banner já é Nod-krai já? Já é Snesnaya já? Que se for, meu parceiro, a gente já vai para Snesnaya já. Valeu, Gustavo. Bom, vamos girar no banner. Vamos ver aqui, ó. Eu no momento, galera, eu tô com 3 giros aqui.
Monica mandou R$1.
O valeu.
O doutor vai nos amigos e lê a bio do Monico, meu perfil.
Eu acho que eu li você botou coisa sobre mim lá.
Yurishi mandou R$1.
Valeu.
Para que você e faça live de Shadow Fight 2 jogando Submundo.
E aí, meu parceiro, então. Eu fiz uma live de Shadow Fight 2 até hoje, uma só. Foi no aniversário do canal esse ano. Aí eu não devo fazer do Submundo, não. A gente já zerou o Submundo. Então tá bom, beleza?
You think I've got a sharp tongue?
Mas tá tendo a série aí de Shadow Fight 2 Special Edition, beleza? Valeu, William. Então ainda vou ver, galera. Se chegar Snesnaya daqui a 19 dias, a gente vai pra lá. Se não chegar, a gente desbloqueia coisas no mapa aí. Pelo menos desbloquear o mapa. Tá bom? Valeu, Gustavo. Pelo menos a gente pode desbloquear o mapa. Tipo, eu não digo nem fazer missão. Pelo menos desbloquear o mapa e deixar ele completo. Entendeu? Ó. Eu tô aqui com 3 giros. Vou fazer 7. Para poder girar 10 vezes aqui na Columbina. Eu não sei se eu tenho a Shogun Raiden. Vamos ver aqui. Pera aí. Assim não dá pra ver não, né?
Oh, ow! Where did that come from?
Eu acho que eu não tenho Shogun Raiden. Não tem nenhuma das duas do banner.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Bom, galera, seguinte. Quero que vocês escolham aí qual banner que eu devo girar. Escolhi que eu vou girar 10 vezes em um dos dois. Tá bom? Deixa eu já pegar aqui os itens. Aqui eu não tenho nada. Aqui tem que pegar 7. Pronto. Vamos lá. Vou esperar vocês comentarem aí. Aí eu vejo. Porque eu tô juntando para poder melhorar o... Olha só como é que tá, ó. Meu time principal. A Fischl
created another universe and founded
está
paradise.
completa.
For I, Fischl.
O Bennett está completo. O Zong não tem nada. Queria completar o Zong. E o Scaramouche está com 3. Queria completar ele também. Columbina? Vamos lá então. Columbina. Vou girar 10 vezes. No mochileiro, eu tenho 8 giros guardados. Bora. Salve Matheus Augusto. Parece que não deu nada. Devo girar no mochileiro. Galera, vai ter algum jogo hoje aí. Acho que não vai ter na GE TV não, né? Sei lá. Espada de Favores. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo girar no banner do mochileiro. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo. Eu consigo, acho que eu consigo sim. Aqui, ó. Vai dar assim. Mochileiro, vamos girar 10 vezes. São Paulo, né? Olha o mochileiro aí. Tinhari. Ô, Mônica, ganhei nada. Vou ter que banir esses meu tom tudo aí, velho. Brincadeira, viu? Os que estão falando bobagem aí, ó. Vamos ver aqui, ó.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Tinhari, constelação, vislumbre das folhas murchas. Tá aí. Aqui acabou, né? Ó, aqui na visão geral da missão tem essa daqui, né? Bom, outra coisa que eu tô fazendo, galera. Outra coisa que eu tô fazendo. Ô, valeu aí, ó. Atios. Muito obrigado aí, 67, meu parceiro. Valeu pela ajuda, e é nóis, hein? É, rapaz. Outra coisa que eu tô fazendo é melhorando os meus personagens principais. Então, tipo, eu venho aqui. Venho no artefato, aí eu vou lá e crio um artefato com o que eu quero, entendeu? Então eu já melhorei bem, já tá, acho que é aqui que vê, ó, tá desse jeito aí, ó. Mas dá pra melhorar mais, né? Dá pra melhorar mais, né? Bom, do mais é isso, galera. Tem conquista. As profundezas conquistadas, a estratégia comandada, reúna os desejos de todos para salvar Sumeru. A chama calpa acesa ao mundo imaculado. Além das cinzas da chama calpa, o céu imaculado permanece. A verdade entre as páginas de Purana. Conclua a verdade entre as páginas de Purana. No momento eu tô com 944 conquistas no jogo. Como funciona a gameplay desse jogo? Então, Atios, aqui eu foco no modo história. Mas se você for focar em outras coisas também, o jogo é de combate, além de combate, é de fazer combos com elementos, fogo, água, tem rocha, tem elétrico também, entendeu? Bom, galera, ó, a live vai ficar um pouco mais curta porque a gente fez a missão. Aí daqui a 19 dias a gente vai voltar e a gente vê o que a gente faz. Talvez eu só venha pra gente poder abrir o mapa sem fazer missão, entendeu? Se for possível, né? A gente vai abrindo o mapa sem fazer missão. Ou, se daqui a 19 dias tiver lançado Snezhnaya, a gente vai pra lá. Lembrando que eu já fiz 100% de tudo. Ó, 100%. Já fiz 100% de tudo. Tirando Nod-krai pra frente. Então, Nod-krai e aqui eu não fiz 100%. Tá bom? Quer dizer, Natlan, né? Natlan e Nod-krai eu não fiz 100%. Tô focado em Natlan agora. Hoje tá 71, 84, 85, 94. Tá vendo? Todo dia eu entro no jogo, pego os baús aqui que eu acho pelo mapa. Beleza? Então, Mônica, vamos ver, né? Vamos com calma que eu queria desbloquear o mapa. Tem missões lendárias também, é verdade. Né? É isso, galera. Foi maneiro, hein? Missão top de linha. Terminamos todas as missões de Arconte de Nod-krai. Né? Deixa eu colocar a capa aqui. Deixa eu sair do jogo. Pronto. Deixa eu sair aqui da Epic Games, que é onde eu jogo, né? Amanhã, galera, live de Kingdom Rush. Kingdom Rush amanhã. Vamos testar mais um herói depois da manhã. Aí vem o Pop Playtime. Vamos continuar de onde a gente parou lá. Tá bom? Não esqueça de gastar as resinhas. Todo dia eu gasto. Eu jogo 2 vezes em algum domínio. E aí transformo aquelas resinas daquele item mais evoluído. Eu esqueci o nome, enfim. Mas todo dia eu faço isso. Tá bom? Quero agradecer mais de 50 likes. Muito obrigado, pessoal. Tivemos Pix na live de hoje também. Valeu aí, ó. Mônica mandou 2 Pix e Iorishi. É assim que fala. Valeu, muito obrigado. Tá bom? E tivemos aqui também o 007 TH mandou superchat. O Metalist também mandou superchat. Além da Edna, do Edson, do Atius mandarem joias aí. Muito obrigado. Tá bom? Na descrição da live tem o link para o Discord do canal. Também tem o link para o Twitter. Quem puder seguir ajuda muito, certo? Todo domingo tem vídeo exclusivo para os membros do canal. Já são mais de 300 vídeos exclusivos para os membros, tá bom? Temos também o TikTok do canal. O nome é DR Gamer Oficial. Quem puder seguir ajuda muito. Quando é Pop Playtime, toda sexta-feira. Toda sexta-feira eu vou fazer live de um jogo de terror, certo? Primeiro tem que terminar o Pop Playtime, né? Então, sexta-feira agora vai ser Pop. Se a gente terminar, aí sexta-feira que vem, semana que vem, sexta-feira, vai ser o Pop 4, né? Que eu quero terminar todos, tá bom? Então, sempre sexta-feira é live de algum jogo de terror. Beleza? E com relação ao canal de futebol, galera, como eu disse na live de hoje, eu não devo assistir mais jogos 9h30 da noite. Eu não devo gravar vídeo pós-jogo de jogos às 9h30 da noite, tá bom? Porque eu tô dormindo cedo, porque eu tenho que acordar 5h30 da manhã. Então eu tô tendo que dormir cedo, tá bom? Então o vídeo lá no canal de futebol vai ter o Rumo ao Estrelato, né? E se o Flamengo jogar no fim de semana 8 horas da noite, sabe? 7 horas da noite, jogar mais cedo, aí também dá para fazer vídeo pós-jogo, tá bom? É isso, um salve a todos, muito obrigado aí, Mônica, José Junqueira, Melton, Atius aí, membro do canal, muito obrigado, Nailson, Gustavo, Igor Aliev, também membro do canal, muito obrigado, meu parceiro, Mônica tá aí também, Pedrox, né? Cristiano, é nóis, meu parceiro. Assistir o jogo eu até devo assistir, mas se eu ficar com sono eu vou dormir, velho. Eu tenho que acordar 5h30 da manhã. Tá bom? É nóis. E até a próxima live aí.